Hello everyone. Welcome to Hudson Valley Knits. I am Amy. This is episode 51 and it's the week before Rhinebeck. Today is Monday, I think it's the 12th or the 13th. I think it's, or it may be the 13th. I'm not sure. But anyway, I am on the west side of the Hudson River. Sorry for the noise, but there's some kids playing over there. I am up on Perkins Memorial Drive. It's part of Bear Mountain State Park, where I recorded the episode Bear Poop a while back. So anyway, I don't have much time before the sun is gone. So let me get right to it. I'm going to start with the spinning because that's what's on the top of my bag. So I did do a little spinning again because, wow, because I'm pretty much done with Marc's sweater. So I got some spindle spinning done, working on my my wool Punis here. I love these. So these are Punis by, let me get the ticket out, let me get the tag out so I can show you. I really love these. On the round Punis. Did I bring it? I didn't bring it. These are on the round Punis and I got off, I think I got 4 ounces or 2 ounces. Wow. She's some screamer. Anyway, I got 2 ounces of various colors and I can't wait to put it together. I think I brought it. Oh, here it is. See? I brought this thinking that I would show you what I've done so far because it's been a while since I've worked on them. So here are the colors I've spun up already. Right? Aren't they beautiful? And here's the last color I'll be working on. And let me show you one more time the color I am working on. Come on. There it is. Beautiful blue, greens, purples. So that's all the spinning. I still have some Nightmare, and is it an Into the World bat? No. I have a bat that I spun up that I didn't spin up tight enough, and it's in bad shape. So I've been avoiding it for months. Wow, it's a low plane. Anyway, back. I'm seeing it's getting dark. Sorry. So I have a pair of socks on the needles in my Jan Smiley canoe bag, because that's the bag I love. And these are with my knit Circus yarn, gradient stripes, Mulberry Street, greatest of ease, knit Circus. I really love their colors. And so you get 2 identical skeins. And yeah, so this is how much, just a little bit of the cuff, right? So I always have to have a pair of socks going. I don't know about all of you. Oops. So those are the socks. Put this in here. Next, I'm almost done with the baby sweater. I'm gonna move this up because I can see my head's getting cut off. Is that better? Yeah. Here is the tribute baby sweater. And I'm like almost done with the last sleeve. Isn't it cute? Yeah. So all I'll have to do is the button band and trim, and so the button's on. She's, like I said, not due until January, so we have plenty of time for that. Let me show you the back. This is a pattern by Heather Lee Walker, also known as Yarn Yenta. And be careful. She was gonna come over and say hello. Here's the yarn. It's held double. It's a fingering weight held double, and my gauge was way off, so I had to kind of recalculate all the counts, but it wasn't too bad. So that is this. This is also in a Jan Smiley bag. And what else do we? Oh yes. I did just a couple of rounds on my yarn fairies in my garden. Huge shawl that's going on. I'm just in between clues. I finished clue 3 and I'm doing the garden path, as she calls it, which is just stockinette stitch for like 4 rounds before I start the next clue. Can't see how beautiful it is. Alright, and that is this one, and this is in my Knit Spin Farms bag, one of my favorite bags. Really beautiful. I love her bags. This is waving, the people waving to me. They see me recording. There's actually a road on the other side of the camera. I didn't hike up here, I drove up here. My car is actually right behind the tripod. So people are driving by and smiling and waving as they see the camera. Let me show you while I got it here. It smells good. So here's the hot pink. Okay. Hot pink. The next color is going to be these pink mixed with chocolate. Get off me, bug. Oh, it just fell in my bag. That's good. Hold on while I get a bug out of my bag. There is a bug in my bag. A bug. The next one after that is more chocolate than pink. And the last one is all chocolate. Just a hint of pink. So that is this. So I have one more whip. Can you guess what that whip is? I brought it up here. It's Marc's sweater. Let me show you what I got so far. Oh, here's the sleeve I haven't sewn on yet. I'm going to talk about this a little bit because this has been a big learning experience for me. Here's Marc's sweater. No, I haven't done the collar yet. I have one of the sleeves on. I did a band all the way up to the neckline. And I had lots of problems with the sleeves. Goes back to something not very well thought out, where Marc has a belly. In the first sweater I tried to make for him, I measured him around. I thought I calculated ease, and I certainly did do gauge, but I was knitting it in the round from the bottom up, and he tried it on. It was way too tight. One of the problems is he has a belly, right? He has a big belly. And so when I cast on for this one last year, starting over, I made the front, I made it in panels, I didn't do it in the round. I made the front almost 8 inches larger than the back to accommodate his belly. And what I didn't think of is, how am I going to shape for the sleeves? So in order for the shoulders to be the same length. So this I did as just a semi set-in sleeve, where I just went in an inch, and it was just going to be kind of like a drop sleeve. But with the front, can you see? I had to go in like a lot more. So how was I going to make the sleeves to fit in there? So that's where I messed up. So when I sewed this one in, you can see it's kind of pulling here. I don't know if you can see it. It's pulling here, and it didn't, when Marc tried it on last night, it did not look right. So, sorry about the noise. It's just some people checking out the view and having a good time, but what can I say? I'm in a public place. So that's Marc's sweater. I definitely will be done before Rhinebeck, but it's not as nice as I had hoped it would be. But I'll be knitting him more sweaters, and I learned a lot from my mistakes on this one. And that's just the way it goes. So, but he will be wearing this Saturday. He'll be at the fair with me and with his mom, and I think my daughter's coming. Who knows, maybe my son, but I think that's it. So those are my whips. I have one finished object. Finished the socks. I love them. I don't want to give them to my son, but they came out great. I love this color. I really love this color. So, but I already told him he could have them. So they'll be going to Joey. And what I did, I think I told you this before, was trying to do the Hermione's Everyday Sock. And in between each pattern round, there's a plain stockinette round, and I forgot them. I didn't do them, so it looks kind of interesting though. I like it. So it's a modified Hermine. And so that's it. Next week is Rhinebeck, and I am going to be wearing my Amy Miller Ice Shanty sweater. It's purple and gray. And I will definitely be at the podcaster meetup at 1:30, I think it is, on the grassy knoll. I would love to meet anybody that wants to meet. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I know I'll have lots of stash to show you. But I did just happen to be teaching a knitting class up in Mulberry, New York this past weekend. And there does happen to be like a yarn store nearby in Cornwall that I stopped by because they were having a Madeline Tosh sale. And even though I'm going to Rhinebeck, I kind of used some of my budget because it was 20% off. So I got 3 skeins of Madeline Tosh light. What do you think? I have to say, I love how the light is capturing the colors because they're perfect, spot on. So I just grabbed 3 colors, and the green and the yellow are kind of like not normal colors I would buy. I noticed I have a lot of pinks and purples, and I was trying to get something different, right, to mix and match with. So that's what I got. I am sure the next podcast there will be lots more stash to show you. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about my knitting class. I taught the second time I taught at that library, and the first time it was just a beginner's class, and I taught them knit and purl stitch, how to cast on and how to bind off, and it went really well. It was only for 3 hours, and they called me back and they asked me if I'd come back and teach again, and they're like, I'm like, do you want another, what do you want? Do you want another beginner's class? And they're like, I don't know. And so then I said, well, how about we'll learn to knit a hat. We could do it over 3 sessions. And she got very excited, and she called me back, and her boss said yes. So 10 people signed up, but only 5 people showed up, which was okay because the ones that did show up, a lot of them were knitting virgins. So they needed a lot of one-on-one, and actually Sandy offered to go with me for the second session to help people that are kind of further behind, and I thought that was really great. So I'm really excited to teach the next 2 classes. We'll see how it goes. I wrote up a class curriculum and materials, so that's all kind of new for me, but I was really excited. So get their selfie sticks going. Yeah, so that's really kind of cool for me. So this is the second time I've been teaching a knitting class, and I really love it. It's not the first time I've taught people how to knit, but it's the first time I've taught a knitting class. And yeah, so I'll be, probably the next podcast will be that weekend that I teach a second class, so I'll probably have more to tell you about that. And of course, it will be the Rhinebeck catch up and like that. So I guess I'm gonna say goodnight. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I took today off. Our company wasn't closed, but I took today off because I wanted to spend some time with my daughter. My daughter's moving to Florida the day after Rhinebeck, on the Sunday after Rhinebeck, or of Rhinebeck, and she's going to go to motorcycle mechanic school down there. And she and my husband are driving down together, and I'm gonna miss her something awful. So I wanted to spend some time with her. That we actually went to a Oktoberfest that was here in the park. Very quiet today because most people were working. If you go on the weekends, it's packed. So anyway, I am pretty much done. Now that Rhinebeck is over and Marc's sweater is pretty much done, I'll be a little more relaxed. And I've been thinking that I'm just gonna not have any demands on myself as far as knitting. So I'm gonna actually leave you with this beautiful view because the sun is going down on this side of the river, but you got this beautiful glow on the other side. How's that? Isn't that so beautiful? That over there, that cove, wait a minute, right there, that's where I live. That's Peekskill. I kind of live actually a little further south of there, but that's Peekskill. It's just a beautiful area. And then if you look over this way, you'll see the Bear Mountain Bridge. Do you see it? No. You see the bridge? I don't think so. Oh, that's my hair. Sorry. Yeah. Gorgeous here. Not too many colors yet, but don't worry about that because color changing on the trees is kind of like popcorn. For a while, you put it in the microwave and you hear a pop, and then another pop. It's the same thing with trees. You get a little pop of color, another little pop of color, and then all of a sudden the popcorn in the microwave goes bonkers and you hear pop, 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 pop. And that's kind of like what it's going to do before next weekend. The trees are just going to go bonkers and all start turning colors, and it's going to be beautiful. So with that, I'll say goodnight.